Hey
everyone, Cassandra here from Infinity Engraving, and I wanted to share today with you something that we're really excited about. We just came out with these chipboard armoires. It's a kit, and you can see it has little shelves inside. You can put little trinkets or whatever. It's great for mixed media projects. The doors are big enough to hold the Julie Nutting dolls, so you can decorate these in any theme or color scheme that you want. They're really versatile, and it is a 3D box. And today I just wanted to show you how to put these together. So we're going to go through step by step on how to put your armoire together. Okay, so first let's go through what comes in your kit, just to make sure that you know what all the pieces are for and where you're going to use them. You're going to have 4 tiny little leg stabilizers. I'll show you how to use these in a few minutes. These are just to give your legs some more stability so that they don't tip over when you fill your armoire with all kinds of goodies. You're going to have 2 pieces that are for your shelves. You'll have a back piece, a front piece with the perforated doors. This piece goes on the inside, and it's going to hide all your perforations and just kind of dress it up a little bit. This is for your bottom. This piece here is going to be what forms all of your shelves and forms the inside of your armoire. And this piece is the actual box. So let's set all of these aside, and we'll go through each piece step by step, and I'll show you how to put it together. Okay, so we're going to start by putting together the inside box that will form your actual armoire. You're going to take the piece that looks like this. It has a little hole in it. Now, for this demonstration, I'm using 3M double stick tape. You can use any kind of adhesive that you're comfortable with. I like hot glue. I'm a fan of hot glue. It sticks. It doesn't break apart. I'm not really sure how this 3M tape would do over time. So you want to start by folding each place that it's perforated. And you're going to end up with a shape like this. And you can see the hole is right there by my right hand. And then just kind of fold that and set it aside for a second. And you can see on this piece, let's move this so you can see. On this piece, this is the actual inside of your armoire. This is going to be where your clothes hook goes. This is the wall, and these are the shelves. So again, you're going to take a minute and perforate or fold on all of the perforations. You want to do this gently. The one that you'll probably have the hardest time with, and don't let it get to you, just take your time, is the one with the wall, because it is a tiny little edge that needs to be folded. So just fold that over. And then you're going to fold the shelves where they're perforated and fold your wall. Doesn't matter if it all stays at this point. We're not worried about that. Basically, you just want to end up with something that looks kind of like this. And then we're going to take the frame of our box again, the piece that we just folded, and you're going to want the clothes hanger hole at your right hand at the top. And then you're going to take the piece that we just folded with the shelves, line it right up with that perforated edge right there. You want these edges to line up with the perforations on this piece. So you're going to take it like this and set it down, and then these pieces will magically fold over, and voila, you have a box. And I'm not sure that that tape is actually going to hold. We may hit that with some hot glue. Yeah, we're going to hit it with some hot glue because it's not going to stay. So basically when you get done, you're just going to have your box built. And you want to make sure when you're doing this that these top edges of both pieces are aligned, as well as the pieces at the bottom. And you can see that's kind of flapping up because of the tape, so we'll give that a little hot glue as well. Ooh, hot every time. Okay, so this is what you're going to be left with. You're still going to have a flappy little wall here and two flappy little shelves. And we're going to address that next. Now I will tell you that when I put mine together, I put the whole thing together and then I went back and tried to embellish the inside of it. If I were to do another one, I think that I would, as soon as the inside of the box is done, go ahead and take the time to embellish it before you put the front and back on. So you have these little pieces here. These are actually your shelves. So at this point, you're going to stick them inside. Oops, it's backwards. You want to stick it like this with the little cutouts going towards, and just kind of maneuver it in there, and and at the same time kind of fold your shelf down. Hopefully that made sense. And your shelf will stick to the back. Now these pieces are just to kind of clean up your lines, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. They don't really form the shelf. This piece is just kind of a cover piece for the shelf. So like on this bottom one, you can fold your shelf in and stick it down. Make sure that they're kind of level, because if you decide that you want to put stuff on them, you don't want it to slide off. So you want to check that this part is level, and then just stick it in the back where the fold is. And then this piece goes on top of your shelves. And you'll see why in a few minutes. It's just kind of to clean up that edge so that you don't have this ugly perforation going on. You don't have to use these two shelf pieces. That's totally up to you. You just want to make sure that that edge is lined up with the shelf that's already there. And then you're going to go ahead, when you're done with that, and fold your wall in and stick that down. So now you can see we have the inside of our armoire built. Pretty simple. And like I said, you can finish this at this point. You've got your little holes that should all line up. Oops, there you go. Your little holes that should line up so you can put your clothes rack in there. Now we're going to take this piece, and basically it's just going to lay on the top of here. Just lay directly on the top, line up your edges, and oops, press it down. And that's just to kind of hide all of those ugly little perforations on your shelves and all of that. So that's basically the box. Pretty simple. Oops. Might want to use some hot glue or something with that wall. Tape doesn't seem to be doing it. So there's that. I want to show you a couple different things with the front. This is the front piece where the doors are. This is chipboard. So we all know that chipboard is cardboard. You bend it, you bend it, you bend it, it's going to break. So don't freak out if you're working on your project and something breaks. If you have, you know, an edge here that maybe you folded the wrong way a couple of times, just put some tape over it, cover it however you choose, and move on. Now with the doors, what I did was I used the 3M tape again, and I did 2 rows of tape, and I bent the door and just kind of let that tape pull a little bit so that it sort of created a little pocket there. You can see how the tape is bent up a little bit. You can use ribbon, you could even use real hinges if you want to. You just want to make sure that that door is going to be able to open so that you can see all the goodies that you put inside. So once you've got your door done and you've got your, oh wait, I forgot to tell you about the leg stabilizers. These legs have little stabilizers, can you see that, that are going to come in your kit. There's one glued on here already. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Basically, they just stick on. We'll put some hot glue on this one. And they go on the insides of the legs, so nobody's ever going to see that. And you just stick them on like that. And that's just going to give that a little extra stability so that once you load your armoire with all kinds of goodies, your feet aren't going to bend and break. So, now you have your box. And the lid, you're just going to adhere the lid, or the front rather. And you can open your doors, maybe. I didn't have this one folded open. You can open your doors when you go to put the front on your box and just kind of line it up. And it should line up pretty close to where all the edges are. And it's going to look like that. And the same with the back. Now when I got ready to stick the back on, I just covered this with ATG, and you want to just make sure that you kind of like let the front legs rest on your work surface and just kind of eyeball it to make sure that it's straight and stick it on. And there's your box. Pretty simple. There is a piece that's going to come in your kit if you want to put, oh there's, if you want to put a floor in when you're all done, you'll have this little piece that comes in your kit, and it will just slide in there. Depending on how square you make your box and how everything comes together, you might need to trim it a little bit, but it's made to fit just like that on the bottom. And again, you can use whatever kind of glue that you're comfortable with on these edges to get it to stick in there. So there we go. There is your armoire. And now it's ready to be covered, painted. I didn't go over a lot of ways to finish the chipboard. We can do another tutorial later with that. You can paint this, cover it with paper, ink. There's so many possibilities. Just be careful if you're using acrylic paint not to saturate your chipboard. You want to do a lot of light coats and go back over it a couple of times. So that's about it today. Thanks for watching, and make sure you send us pictures of your finished armoires. We'd love to see them. You can find us on Facebook at Infinity Engraving and on the internet at www.infinityengraving.com. All right, thanks for watching.